we do things to just keep Robin's story alive. If you were to meet Robin, you would be her friend for life. She thought everybody was her friend. She was just a very outgoing, bubbly, energetic kind of person. A mom, a wife at one time, and she was a good friend to everyone. It was a Friday night, March 1st. I had text Robin before I left work to say, I was leaving work, and I didn't hear anything back from her until about 8 o'clock. She had sent me a message that said that she was out with some friends, that she was going on a job interview, and then she was going to go have drinks with some friends.
Around 10:30 at night, Robin Pope had called her husband Wayne and advised that she was going to be coming to the house to get some personal belongings. Around 11:30 that night, Wayne had woke up, had noticed that Robin was there in the yard, and decided that he was going to leave the residence of that house. So Wayne saying that he left the house and he went to another location while Robin was there getting some personal belongings.
So it was around 12:30, my daughter came upstairs into my room and said that Wayne was at the house and he was looking for Robin. Had I seen Robin? So I got up and came downstairs and found Wayne, and he said that he and Robin had spoke earlier, that she had wanted to come by the house to pick up some mail and to see her dog. And he said they spoke on the phone and then they hung up, and he said he fell asleep. And then when he woke up, he saw that Robin was out front and she was in her car, and that she had fallen asleep. And he went out and he woke her up and told her that she could come and get her mail and go see the dog. He needed to leave, that he couldn't be there while she was there. And he said he left, and then when he came back, she was gone. He said he tried to call her. He had me try to call her as well. And then he asked if Robin was staying in a condo that belonged to my daughter. So he asked if we had a key to it, could he go over and check the condo? So Jennifer, my daughter, rode with Wayne over to the condo. She wasn't there, of course. And then they came back, and Wayne came to the door with my daughter, and he just said, I don't know what to do. And I said, well, go home and call the police. And that's what he did.
So the Queen Anne's County Office of the Sheriff got the initial call to respond to a missing persons call for service. Around 2 o'clock in the morning, we received a call that Wayne had come back to the house and that Robin was now missing. What he noticed was that all her personal belongings were still there. Her car was still there, purse, cell phone, all those different items that she had were still there, but there was no Robin. And there was also no Bella. And Bella was the dog that Robin loved very much. This was a cold night. This was a night where the wind was blowing, it was raining, water temperature was probably in the 30s. I know the air temperature, the high was 37, the low was 30 that night. So it was a cold, rainy, wet, damp environment for someone to be out in. Saturday
around noon, Bella was found on the rocks at the neighbor's house. I got the call from Rachel, Wayne and Robin's daughter, and she said, they just found Bella. She was on the rocks at the neighbor's house next door. And I thought the worst, of course, that, something wasn't right. I think I knew instantly Robin was gone.
Three weeks later, Robin's body was found along the shoreline as well.
During the 23 days that she was missing, he never helped us look for her. He never, all his friends, most of his friends, we were all his friends. We loved him too. And his daughters, daughter and stepdaughter, were at my house and helping search for their mother. And he never helped us. Never. He said he couldn't, that he was advised not to. Sergeant Sexton had called her and said, we've found a body. Someone had called, they found a body floating by their pier.
It's very difficult when the body is very deeply decomposed, like it was. It's very difficult for the coroner to make a determination, on all the causes of death. I'm not an expert in that, but I know that they definitely had difficulty determining what the actual cause of death was.
Do you all feel today that you're closer to closing this case than you were, say, last year or 2, 3, 4 years ago?
I think that keeping it alive and keeping Robin's memory alive is very important. And I think that by doing that, we will not shut the door on the family. We will not shut the door on closure by doing that. I think that if we let this sit on a webpage somewhere and we let this sit just in an archive box or in a property room somewhere, closure won't happen.
So please tell the truth. Robin's daughters deserve it. They deserve the closure. Something really bad happened that night, and I believe someone knows.